coin, but the computer can't handle it, so it basically just fries the computer. So they did load a version of that onto him and then took it off of him, right?
No, they never put it on him.
I thought they put a version on him as a test.
No, they did
because
not. In Iborg, they did not.
We're going to find out they did anyway. And he has something to do with this collapse. Because why else is he there?
Well, we know it collapses because descent. Yeah.
Obviously it collapses, but what are the odds he's on the one that collapses? The only Borg who has a name.
Right. But it was that sense of individuality that broke from the hive mentality.
Okay, so...
It wasn't any programming.
Well, it was. They actually reprogrammed him then. Even in your theory, his idea... Because when he goes back to the hive, he should just be back to the hive, right? However, he doesn't, because something in his submatrix continues to hold on to that bit of hue, which still ends up destroying the submatrix on this ship and breaks them free.
Yes.
So Picard failed. Utterly failed at his mission to not somewhat destroy the Borg with Hugh.
Okay, no. Because he was going to send Hugh back with this virus that would kill all of the Borg. Instead, so he didn't kill all of the Borg. It was just this one cube. And
I understand. It wasn't a resounding effort.
Right.
However, not caught fast enough would have destroyed the Borg. And we got scenes of that anyway in other parts, like where they individualize some and then the Borg are blowing up ships everywhere, which begs the question, why didn't they blow this ship up? Because now all of a sudden they sever the connection and let it go adrift. I've seen movies where they do other things like blow them up.
Well, and that doesn't really go to the fact whenever a Borg dies, like they transport him up because they don't leave Borg behind.
But that's what I mean. Like,
but except in Enterprise, the first episode.
Yeah. Except Borg's
not even going to bring that up.
No, we can, but they're not even supposed to be there. So
I know, and yet they left them there. That's
I know.
Not typical.
It's not typical. However, it seems a lot less likely that they would just leave one cube adrift.
Well, there could be more cubes.
Well, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
We saw in the movie, they literally were like, see that ship? I lost one. Blown up. Not in the movie. Was that? That was not in the movie. That was in Voyager? Was it in Voyager? I think it was in Voyager.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's in Voyager. Because Seven has dreams. And in Seven's dreams, she's meeting with other people of the Borg who, when they go back to being Borg, I don't know why I kept conflating that with the movie, but when they go back to being the Borg, they forget about the dreams. But little by little, they're starting to remember the dreams.
Yes, Unimatrix Zero.
Yes. So now, because she's not actually part of the Borg Collective anymore, she can retain all of this.
Yes.
And she's able to find ways to convince them in the dream world to somehow take that out. But the Borg Queen comes in and ends up going, well, we have a Borg sphere in sector, blah, 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 blah. Poof, we lost one. And they blow up they blow up the entire sphere or cube because one person, one Borg individualized. Yet Hugh is here, and they just collapse the submatrix, sever the ties, and let it float adrift. That doesn't make sense. I don't necessarily mind it either, but it just doesn't add up to what we saw in Voyager.
Yeah, that's true. Or TNG, because they collect. Yeah.
Right. And they failed at it in Warp 5. They failed at it in Enterprise too, but most people were mad that it even existed.
There's definitely a story there that we're going to see, because there has to be some kind of explanation, because we have to learn more about Hugh, period.
Right. And look, it might be explained away and simply say, well, once the submatrix collapses, they can't blow it up. Like,
yeah.
So, whatever. But you would think that then they would send a cube to go blow it up. Something.
Well, maybe it's like Starfleet and Rios's ship, where it's just deleted and gone, and then the Borg don't even know that there was a cube. I'm just being funny.
You are, but that would be a horrible failsafe.
Yes, it would be.
Horrible
I know.
film.
That's why I'm just kidding.
But okay, so
Okay, so
yeah, I think I got my going backwards things out of the way now.
Okay, good. So Free Cloud. Did you watch the next time on Picard? You can't help but not to. It plays right immediately, even before the music.
I couldn't find the remote.
I know. And then we're going to get this, I don't know, guy that looks like from Lord of Rings. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not judging. I'm not judging.
I know I shouldn't be, but I saw the meme that it's like, here's the guy on Lord of Rings and here's the guy on Picard. I'm like, they're twins. I'm sorry.
Oh, I didn't see that meme.
Oh my gosh, so funny.
I don't know. Whatever. I mean.
And then there was a kid in the trailer for next week's too.
I didn't catch that part. I didn't see the whole trailer.
Oh.
When I found the remote, it went off.
Stop! My eyes!
Yeah, when I found the remote, the trailer went off.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
It's a different type of Star Trek, which I kind of like. I mean, we never had like a samurai before.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what this guy seems to be.
Oh my gosh, Pat. Well, I don't want to tell you, but I'm going to. It looked like Picard got stabbed in the heart again, just like at Damjot.
Oh, I did catch that. Like,
Yeah.
they have to fight to prove his worthiness or something.
Yeah,
He's going to be the storyline.
Yep. Okay, but I am most disappointed. Where's my Troy? Where is the Troys? That's what I want to know.
Troys?
It doesn't even look like that Riker and Troy are going to be in next week, and this is really pissing me off.
Save the best for last?
Okay, maybe. I'm not happy about it, though. They can't be the last. No.
We're not even getting Beverly Crusher, so you don't get to complain to me about this one.
Okay. Listeners, send me comfort as I wait another, apparently 2 weeks.
Oh, come on. Don't be like
see.
those people.
Oh.
Find Spock already.
I really was hoping to see them sooner. I really was thinking like this week, because it was like he got turned down by Starfleet. So then he was going to go to Riker and like get build up and you can do this and rah, rah, and your choices are right. And then go to Rafi and Rios. That's what I wanted in my mind.
He's not going to Riker until he has evidence of someone in the Federation working with Romulans.
Ooh.
And then he has to go to Riker because Riker's made his way to Admiral.
It looked like they were retired, but okay.
I don't know. I didn't see what he looks like. I avoid these things.
Yes. Okay. All right.
And just because he's retired doesn't mean he's not an Admiral.
Oh, that's true. I mean,
you keep your rank forever.
That's
and
true.
He would still have way more say than Picard does at this point.
Yeah, maybe
can
it's
I point
Riker's
that out
house
too?
now.
Yeah, exactly. And Picard keeps talking about his interview, and he admits in this episode that it was an unmitigated disaster. And I completely disagree. I don't care that it's now failing you. I understand that the reason why it's an unmitigated disaster is because of that interview you didn't get your starship, right? I understand why he'd say it. However, if you're in a system that you believe is being unjust, no matter what the punishment to you is going to be, if you don't stand up, you're as bad as they are. You stood up. It took 14 years, but you stood up.
Well, it was bad for Starfleet. And so that's what they keep harping on.
No. I'm talking about what Picard believes.
Yeah.
To Starfleet. Good. It's supposed to be bad for Starfleet because Starfleet is not good at the moment.
Yeah, that's very, very true.
So I don't care if it's bad for Starfleet. Let Starfleet look bad. That's the point. The point is to rally people behind you, and they're not going to do that if you're praising the people who are bad.
Yeah. He's going to have to, definitely do some rallying. And I agree. It keeps coming up with this interview. And I'm like, it wasn't that bad.
I mean, it did get him not to have a ship right now, so it did suck. It has a consequence.
Yeah.
But, again, wasn't the whole point of those first 2 episodes like him spitting in their face? Well, congratulations. It succeeded.
Yeah.
You spit in their face. You
did
pissed them off.
Yeah.
That was the... I don't know. Like I said, I'm more like... I'd punch you in the face first. So for me to go out there and give an interview that pisses somebody off and then worry about the consequences later, that's not even remotely a question. I would do it.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
I know he's trying to act with more decorum, but that doesn't work. It didn't work because when you tried that, you ended up retired.
Yep.
So now that failed, right? Go watch a baseball game where the manager gets kicked out of the game. That's when you kick the dirt. You're already gone. Now you just just cause a problem for the guy.
Yeah. I hope we're done hearing about the interview.
We're not.
It's run its course.
No, because he's going to hear it when he talks to... Then you don't want to see Troy and Riker because he's going to hear about it again.
Stop.
You think they're not bringing it up?
No, they're not going to.
My prayer is that Troy points out that no, it wasn't an unmitigated disaster. This could affect change. And isn't that the point of your interview?
Yes.
So yeah, there's a little bit of trials involved with you because you said that, and it kind of seemingly blew up in your face short term. But long-term goals are more important than short-term goals.
Yeah.
You might think that this short-term goal is affecting your long-term game to find Soji. However, you already have a new captain, so we're good, right? And we already have a new ship, so we're good. You're already putting together a crew, so we're good. So whatever. The short-term consequences don't negate the long-term good that this interview could do.
Yeah. Very, very true. Perspective.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's not that I'll just punch you in the face and worry about it later. It's that I think long-term. Let's go with that.
That's better. Okay. I know we're over an hour, but in your talking about the interview, you talked about the ship, and I wanted to sort of give my opinion about Rio's ship. They did a pan of it, but it was so up close that I couldn't even see what the ship looked like. I don't know. And then when they were doing that, they played the TNG theme song with it.
Well, yeah, but they did that going back to the moment Picard walked back on the bridge of a ship.
Yeah. Do you think that they played the TNG theme music too much?
It didn't bother me. I liked it when he walked in the first time and the EMH came in and he thought that was the captain and it was playing in the background. I liked it then. It kind of became white noise after that, so I didn't even catch it during the pan over.
I loved hearing it, but it felt a little out of place, which makes my TNG heart sad. But this is a new series, and I sort of said it with Discovery on the edge. Like, I want to build the Star Trek universe. We don't always have to rehash, and I know... I can hear you listeners saying, you just talked about all the, right? All the starstruck with Picard. Yes, I know. And I love the TNG theme music, but I felt like at the end, I was like, why are we hearing this TNG music? Let's get the Picard theme going with this. So I'm just going to say that. And I couldn't see what the ship looked like because it was too up close. So I don't know if I like it or not. It had cool painting on it. That's all I saw.
Yeah, I saw red.
Right.
Whatever. I don't mind having the TNG theme now.
Okay.
I think we do eventually have to move into its own theme. However, the show itself has a theme. I mean, it does have a song with the opening I don't like. So that is different. They're not playing TNG for that. So it doesn't bother me. And I think if we're going to do like music in the background of seeing the ships, I think that will change over time. But it's a marketing ploy. I mean, people know the sound, and they associate the sound with Picard on the bridge. And they associate the sound with Picard going, engage, which also happened. He's not the captain.
I know. And I clapped both times I saw it. I couldn't
right.